Hello, everybody. This is the C.O.W. ukulele class for March 25th, 2020. I hope you all are doing well and you are staying healthy. And what we're going to do today, first of all, I'm not going to take you through tuning too much today because we've already covered it in the last video. But again, have your tuner ready. Guitar tuner. I don't have my phone with me right now, but I could definitely, I guess I could just go get it, but I don't think I need it today. So just make sure G, C, E, A. My dog has fleas. My dog has fleas. Okay, and remember, you can tune it to itself. So you can kind of hear that this string, my G string, probably needs to be tuned down. So I'm going to tune it down a little. There we go. Now, can't tell which one is which. Okay, remember that's the second fret on the G string, and you're going to tune it to the A string on the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and tune on the fourth fret of the C string with the open E. And I think my C string needs to be tuned down just a little. There we go. Can't tell the difference? Okay, and then I'm going to come to the third fret of the E string. Sorry, I'm going to tune it back to my G string on the top. So third fret on the E, tune it with the G. Can't tell, we're in tune. My dog has fleas. Okay. So today what we're going to start with is that finger exercise, okay? So I think Trisha emailed you an explanation of all that you're supposed to do with that. So, but I'm going to show you again to so you can get used to what it is. So you're going to take your first finger, okay? This is your first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Remember, your thumb is kind of on the neck. Remember, you want to grab it like this, like you're going to take it off the shelf. Keep that thumb around, move it a little back, okay, so that your fingers are arched. Remember, when you're fretting, if you can stick your other finger through, you're high enough. If you can't, you're too low. So you watch, can't do it. Impermeable. Move it up. Now I can stick it through. Now I'm high enough, okay? So, and I'll do it this way so you can actually see. Okay, so you're going to move it again, kind of right below the fret, okay? Then you're going to go pick. And then Trisha made a really good point. You want to make sure that you can hear the string. So if it's not, if it's going like this, you're probably not pushing too hard enough. You're not pushing hard enough. Okay, so you got to push down, make sure the string rings out. You want to move it right below the fret, okay? First finger, and then move your second finger right below the second fret. Make sure it rings out. Move your third finger right below. Make sure it rings out. Move the pinky right below. This one is the hardest finger. Your pinky finger is the weakest finger. So you're going to have to push down extra hard with that one. Sorry about that. That's just how that goes, okay? So that's on the G string. I'm going to do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After I do that, I'm going to move to the C string. I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the C. So right below the fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right below the fret. Okay, I'll do that again on the C. So right underneath the fret, first finger, press down really hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to move it over to the E string. Okay, same thing. 1, 2, third finger, ring finger, 3, pinky 4. Good, I'm going to do it again. 1, right below the fret. We're on the E string. 2, make sure this finger is pressing or strumming the right string. 3, 4, and then we're finally going to move over to the last string, the A. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do it one more time on the A. 1, 2, get closer. 3. Oh, see, that one didn't sound all that good, so I need to move it back. 3, 4. Now, I'm going to give you a second component to this, a second part. The second part is going backwards. So you're going to go backwards. So you started going up, now you're going to go back. Okay, so we're going to go where we left off. Okay, so here's on the 4th fret. Okay, we're going to start with the pinky, we're going to go back. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure that your fingers are being kept down really tight, really tight. Okay, and then stretch that pinky over to the 4th fret. Okay, so remember, some of your ukuleles have a dot on the 5th fret. Mine doesn't, but if you look, it has a dot on the side. You can see it's kind of worn down on the 5th fret, but you can kind of see it. It's like teeny, teeny, tiny. Okay, that's my 5th fret right there. So some of you have a dot on the neck. Remember, you want to be right below that dot, okay? So right below that dot with the pinky on the 4th fret, right above the fret. 4, moving down. 3, moving down to 2. 2, moving down to 1. 1. Okay, squeeze that pinky over, right below the dot. Okay, on the 4th fret of the C. 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. Okay, move that pinky over right below on the G string. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here's how I want you to practice this right now. Okay, you guys are going to practice it going up and then going back. So I'm going to show you what I want. Okay, so why am I spending this much time on this? It's really good to help build your finger strength on your fretting hand. Okay, it's going to help you develop those calluses. Okay, you can kind of see where the lines were. It's going to help you develop that, and that's going to take away some of the discomfort of learning how to play on a stringed instrument. Okay, it's also going to give you some familiarity, like where your fingers are supposed to be in terms of where they are on the frets. Okay, because remember, when I play chords or when I'm doing anything, I want to try to match the fingers to the frets. Okay, not all the time, as we saw on that G7 chord, which we're going to see again. But it's a good, it's just a good habit to get into that position. Okay, so we're going to go up and then back. So here we go. We go up, 1 on the G, 2, 3. I'm getting closer. 4. Then move it over to the C string. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move it over to the E. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finally on the G, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to keep my pinky here. I'm going to move back. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's find that 4th fret right below the dot, right below the fret on this E string. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's move it over. It's now on the C. 4, 3. Oh, I want to move it a little closer to the fret. 2, 1. And then finally on the G string, 4th finger, 4th fret. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I want you to practice it that slow. Eventually you're going to get to a point, if you keep practicing, you can go a little faster like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, next string, 1, 2, 3, 4, last string, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So you don't have to go that fast. If you need to do this slow, do it slow. Don't worry about speed. It's just trying to get your fingers to do what they need to do on the frets, okay? So begin with that. Let's review what we were doing with Happy Birthday, okay? So with Happy Birthday, we were starting on a C chord, okay? So that again is 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the A string, and we were strumming Happy birthday to, remember, guide it down to the 2nd fret, okay? 2nd fret, and then 2nd fret on the A, and then take your middle finger, your 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the C, and then 1st finger on the 1st fret of the E string, that's G7. You're going to strum and sing U. U. Good, strum it again. Happy birthday to, lift these up, slide it back to C, 3rd fret, U. Good, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again a little faster, but I'm going to move it up so you can see it. Okay? Happy birthday to, slide it over, put in position, you. Happy birthday to, lift it up, slide it up, you. Okay? Now, for those of you who's like, nah, I got this already, I don't really need to do it this slow. Okay, let's add an extra strum then. Okay, let's add an extra strum, and then we're going to go on to the next 2 lines. Okay, there's only 4 lines, so we're almost done. So, adding the extra strum. Happy birthday to, so you're going to strum on 2 on the C. Okay, we're on the C chord. Happy birthday to, slide it down, U, strum. Good, keep going on that G7. Happy birthday to, again, you're going to strum on 2, move it up, U. Okay, so 2 strums, okay? First strum is going to be on the on birthday. Happy birthday to, slide it over, G7, U. Happy birthday, again, strum on 2, move it up, lift it off, U. Okay, so you're going to strum on birthday and 2. That's what you're going to do. I'm going to do a little faster. Happy birthday, sorry, I'm going to try that again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay, C, slide it back to the 2nd fret, 2nd fret on the C, 1st fret on the E, U. Happy birthday to, slide it up to C, U. Okay? The first 2 lines of a review with an extra strum. Now, let's back it up. Okay? So, on the 3rd line, we're here. Okay, we're here. We're on C. Happy birthday, dear. Now we're going to make an F chord, okay? Here's the thing. There's no fingers to guide you from C to F, okay? There's nothing that I can show you that's gonna make you not have to move your fingers off of the fretboard. Where is it? Okay, sorry about that. So my advice for you, happy birthday, dear. As soon as you strum, lift your hand off. But don't lift it all the way off. Don't move it over here. Don't touch your face. Don't scratch your head. Don't, pick up something else. Don't do it. Keep it close to the neck, okay? Keep that thumb. A good habit to get into is keeping this thumb on the neck, as if your thumb was almost glued to it, okay? So you can kind of see. It's almost like it's glued to it. So it's like, okay, I can't move my hand off of my ukulele. It's glued to it by the thumb. So that's kind of a good habit to adapt, really with any stringed instrument, but especially these where we're strumming or fretting. I want to fret every string instrument that I can think of. But anyway, point being, don't move your thumb, okay? So this is the third line now of Happy Birthday, okay? Happy birthday, dear. And then we're going to make an F chord. So first thing I would do, put your first finger, can you see this? Yeah. First finger on the first fret of the E string. And then you're going to skip the one in the middle. You're skipping the C. Move that second finger over to the second fret of the G. Okay? So this is what an F chord looks like. Okay? First finger, first fret on the E. Skip the C, second finger over to the second fret of the G. Okay? Happy birthday, dear someone. Okay? I'm just going to say someone because someone's birthday out there. Someone. So make sure all your strings are ringing out. Always do that with every chord. Always do that. Make sure they're ringing out. Okay, let me do that again. Let's go back to C. Okay, third fret on the A string. Happy birthday, dear. Put your first finger on the first fret of the E and then second finger on the second fret of the G. Someone. Okay. For those of you who are like, okay, I can move to F, okay, from C. I know there's no guide fingers, but I have enough knowledge, or maybe I've been practicing enough that I know that I can move my fingers, fast enough to get there. Let's add that extra strum. Okay, so you're going to strum Happy Birthday, dear. You're also going to strum C on dear. Happy birthday, dear. Move it. Someone. Okay, so add an extra strum on the C on dear. Okay. Happy birthday, dear. Lift it off. Move. Someone. Now, I want you to notice something when I'm moving. Look how close my hands are to the neck. I'll move it up. You can really see it. They never go like this. Okay? I'm only doing this right now to help you find where the fingers are, because I know it's not an ideal situation. If I was there, I would be coming around and helping you move your fingers. I would actually be, pre-coronavirus in your space. But since that can't be happening right now, this is the best I got. So, happy birthday, dear. Watch my hands, they don't move very far. Someone. Okay? So, that's the third line of Happy Birthday. Okay? If you're having trouble with that extra strum, just Happy Birthday. Lift it off, but don't move it. And then put your fingers on F. Dear someone. Okay? Strum on just the someone. Strum F on someone. Okay? Okay, we're moving on to the third line. This one's actually probably the toughest one because the chords move a little faster. So we don't have a lot of wiggle room. But I think by now, if you practiced all three lines, you should be able to switch between the chords in a fairly timely manner. That's why I wanted to start with this song over any other song, because this song has a lot of wiggle room. You could play it really slow, you could play it really fast, and then you're not really gonna, it's still gonna sound like Happy Birthday. So yeah. Okay, so last line on Happy Birthday. So we're going back, we're here from F, happy, go to C, okay, back to C, third fret A string, birthday, move it back to the G7. Okay, we're getting in G7 position, so you want to slide it, guide it, slide it to the second fret of the A string, second fret of the C, first fret on the E, 2, And then at the end, off, slide back up. You. Okay, I'm going to do that third line again. Okay, so we're F. Someone happy. Let's move it to the C chord. Birthday. Slide it back. Get in position. You're going to strum this on the word two. Two. And then slide it up. You. Okay, take your time. It could be a really dramatic ending to happy birthday. You know, like you're really emphasizing. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Okay, so we're coming back from F, where we last left off on someone. Someone happy. As I'm singing happy, I'm moving my finger. Okay, look how small my motions are. I'm going to get really close. I really want to emphasize this. The smaller the motions on your fretboard, the faster you'll be able to move to the chord. That's so important, okay? Someone happy. Put my finger in position. Birthday. Slide it back. Move to G7. Two. Slide it back up. You. Okay? Now, for those of you, again, who are thinking, moving too slow, Julie, you need to move a little faster for me. I know there are a few of you in there, and I'm going to give another exercise today. I don't know if I'm going to get to another song today. I might, but I want to do some more strumming stuff so that you guys can practice after we do Happy Birthday. And then maybe next week I'll push through a song for you. Because I think last year what I did is I was a little, I was kind of ambitious. It was like, we're going to learn like 2 songs and a bunch of stuff. I even wanted to throw in a scale last year, I remember. But this year, it's like, especially now with all the extenuating circumstances, I kind of want to scale it back a little bit. Because, trust me, you guys have plenty of time to get good on this right now, I'm assuming. Okay, so what we're going to do is, for the people who are like, I need to do more than one strum, okay, go back to someone. Someone happy. Strum F again. Happy birthday. So you're going to strum on birth and day on a C chord. Birthday. Move to G7. 2. Back to C. You. Okay, so you're going to strum on someone. Strum twice on someone. On some and one. One, and then strum on happy. Happy, and then birthday on both birth and day. Strum on C. Birthday to you. I'm going to do it again. So you're going to strum on the sum and the one on an F chord. Okay? First finger on the first fret of the E. Second finger on the second fret of the G. Strum on both sum and one. Sum, one, and then strum on happy. Happy, go to C. Strum on birth and day. Birthday, go to G7. 2, back to C. You. I'm going to go through that again in time. Okay? So back to someone. Someone, happy birthday to you. If you get to a point at any time when you're doing this and you're like, I can add the strumming, I can do it more, do it, okay? There's no reason why you need to go slow if you feel like you don't have to, okay? So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to play the whole song, the slowed down version, okay, with just one strum, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to play the whole song with the not sped up version, but the extra strumming version, okay? So this one, the first time, we're going to go ahead and do the slow version, okay? So we're starting on a C, okay? Happy birthday to G7, you. Happy birthday to, move back to C, you. Third line. Happy birthday, dear, move to F. someone happy. Go back to C. Birthday. Move to G7. 2. Back to C. You. Okay? Let's do that one more time. I'm going to do that one more time without stopping, just so you could hear what it sounds like the whole way through. I'll even go slower in case you want to follow me and sing along. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Second line. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear someone. Happy birthday to you. Okay, so that's the slowed down version. This is the one with more strums in between. Okay, so I'm going to do it twice again, where I'm going to explain how many strums, and then I'll do the whole thing without stopping. Okay, so here we go. Happy birthday. Strum again. 2. Move to G7. You. Strum again. Happy birthday. Strum again. 2. Go back to C. You. Happy birthday. Strum again on dear. Dear. Go to F. Someone. Strum on some and 1. Strum on happy. Happy. Strum twice on birthday, on birth and day. Birthday. Move to G7. 2. Back to C. You. Okay? So, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go slower, but I'm not going to stop and explain where you're moving. You're just going to have to watch. Okay? Use your eyes. Don't touch your eyes. Use your eyes. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear someone. Happy birthday to you. Okay? For those of you who are even beyond that with this is what you can do. Watch. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear someone. Happy birthday to you. So it's a 3-1 type strumming. So let me explain what that is. So you're going to strum on happy birthday to, and then switch to you. You. Strum on happy birthday to, and then strum up to you. Happy, strum on birthday dear. So you're going to strum on birthday dear on C, and then twice on someone. Someone. And then strum happy. Just strum once on happy. Happy birthday to you. So you want to think of it 3 times and then switch on the 4th time chord. So 3 times on C. Happy 1, 2, 3, switch. Happy 1, 2, 3, switch. Happy 1, 2, 3, switch again. Happy, just strum once. 1, 2, switch, 1. So the last line is exactly the same. So if you are beyond the really slowed down 1 strum at a time version, and then you're already getting to a point where you feel comfortable with adding in the extra strum, that's when you're going to do the 3 and 1. Okay? I'm going to do it again. So watch my hands, okay? So watch on C. Happy birthday to switch you. Happy birthday to switch you. Happy birthday, dear. Go to F. Someone. You're going to strum twice. Happy. Back to C. Birthday. Switch to G7 to you. Okay? I'm going to do it one more time. I know I'm spending a lot of time on this right now, but again, I feel like this is a good level for everyone to kind of practice right now. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do it again without even stopping to tell you where I'm switching. I just want you to watch. Okay? So starting on a C. I'm going to hold it up. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear someone. Happy birthday to you. Now, I actually made a mistake. And if you can catch where I made that mistake, then you'll get a virtual prize, something. I'll think of it somehow. I actually made one mistake. I'll just tell you. I strummed one extra strum. So I actually did 4 strums instead of 3. You could do that, but to keep it easier, just 3 strums, then switch. 3, then switch. Okay? So if you have any questions about this at all, please email Trisha or email me. My email is JRM, that's Julie Rachel Myers, now you know my full name, at gmail.com. Okay, so please feel free to email me with any questions. I'm going on to something else now. So I want to go on to a down-up strumming. We're going to jump a little bit because I might give you, I'm going to give you an exercise to do with this. But I'm also going to probably maybe give you a new song next week that uses this. But, since next week would have been our last class, the first, I think, would have been our last class, because I think it's only 5 weeks. I don't know how much time I'll get into a song. Maybe I'll just spend the whole video time just explaining the whole song. So we'll see. These are unprecedented times, so I don't really have too much of a plan, nor do I know like where you guys all actually are in this process because I can't see it. So, which actually, if you wanted to upload a video and send it to me of where you are in the process, like you can do that with your smartphones and just email it to me, and I can download it and then sort of see and then maybe give you feedback. That might not be a bad thing to do. Just something to think about. So, okay. But what I want us to do right now is I want us to practice strumming down and up, okay? So, just like I've said in the past here, when you're strumming, we have a couple of different options. And I don't see my... Oh, there it is. Okay, I see my pick. I want to have that ready. I see a couple of different options, okay? I like to use my thumb. Okay, you can make a fist. I keep my hands open. I just find that it's less tense when I do that. I even do that when I play guitar. Like even when I'm picking, I keep my hand kind of open. I don't clench it because I don't know. To me, this just feels really tense, but not for everybody. Some people are fine. So again, you can strum. We've all been strumming down. By the way, I'm not making a chord here. I'm just letting this hand kind of have a chance to breathe after all that chording on happy birthday. So again, I want to strum in front of the sound hole because like I've said before, you don't get a good sound down here. This is awkward. Okay, so strum in front of the sound hole. So strumming down on the ukulele is pretty easy. One thing to mention, and this goes for any string instrument, so if you choose to play guitar, banjo, anything like that, don't do wide strumming, okay? See, look how wide my arm is going. That is just using a lot of energy in this arm that you don't need to, okay? So another reason why I like to have my hands down is because it gives me just a little extra ability to hold on to the bottom of the instrument, and then I'm just having my thumb do all the work, and it's not coming much past this little circle. You see this circle here? My thumb is probably stopping. Well, maybe maybe to the end of the instrument, but not much further, okay? I mean, the nice thing about soprano ukuleles, they're so small that, you know, they're just, I've never seen anybody, yeah, I've never seen anybody do the big, you know, rock and roll circle with the ukulele. That would be weird. But anyway, not much past the bottom or the circle, okay? So, strumming down is easy. Strumming up is trickier, okay? I'm using kind of this end of my thumb right here to strum up. So I'm using the fleshy part to strum down and kind of like the side nail part to strum up. I'll see if I can get closer so you can see. So here's my down. Here's my up. Down, up, down, up. Now, a couple things to remember about upstrokes that I think are really key. First of all, when you strum up, it's not going to sound as strong as when you strum down, and that's okay, because usually, unless you're playing some kind of ska beat or something like that on a ukulele, which you're not going to do right now, your down strums are going to be your up strums are going to be on the weaker part of the beat. So when you're strumming down, that's the strong, like 1, and then that's going to be weaker. You can feel it. This is just going to be stronger. This is weaker. So if you're strumming up, don't expect to hit all the strings. Really, a lot of times when I'm doing this fast, if I'm strumming up, I'm really only hitting like the first 2 or 3 strings, okay? So don't be alarmed or panicked if like, I can't get all the strings on the up strum. It's okay. You're still gonna feel the beat that you want to feel, and that's gonna sound fine, okay? So don't worry about it, okay? So that's if you use your thumb. Now, if you're one of those people that want to make a pick like this, again, I'm still using kind of the backside of my thumb here. Now, I don't find that to be very comfortable because for whatever reason, that one seems to hurt more than when I just use my thumb. And I think it's because I'm trying to get both fingers in there. People that use their hands. Okay, down, up. Use the fleshier parts of your fingers. So try and strum like with your fingernail going down and then sweep up. So down, sweep up, down, sweep up, down, sweep up, down, sweep up. Okay? Now, both those ways are not preferable to me. I prefer using my thumb. I think I get the most out of that. But if I had to pick, and pun intended, I guess, another way to do this is where this is going to come in so handy for you, because it's going to take a lot of pressure off your hands to have to do the work. Okay, so this is something that I might actually now look into getting. If you want to learn how to do down up strum, if you feel like you're ready, because again, this is going to prove a lot less painful than using your hands. So again, when we're using a pick, okay, we want to make a fist like this. Okay, we're going to stick the pick right here. Okay, so the pointy part's pointing down. Can you all see that? Okay, so it's almost like and then thumb across it. Okay. So, thumb across, pointy part, pointing down, okay? Now, again, I have my fingers out when I'm picking, okay? I'm just gonna move it, okay? But watch with the pick. Let's see if I can get closer. Actually, I won't have my hands out so you can see it. Down, up, down, up. I probably should have picked like some really brightly colored pick. You guys could see it better, but okay. So when you're picking, when you're using this, okay, because we're kind of taking all the motion out of our hands now. We're putting it more in the wrist and the forearm when we're picking, because remember, this is doing all the work of your fingers now. So it's almost like you have an extra finger, which would be cool, but it'd be a very weird finger. But anyway, because we're taking all the work out of our fingers, we're putting the energy more in our wrist and our forearm. So when we strum down, it's more of a forearm motion. When we strum up, it's more of a wrist sweep, okay? So strum down is more forearm, up is more wrist. And then you can see when I get faster, I'm still not strumming up on all the strings. I'm not doing this. And I'm also not, this is a big rookie mistake. I used to do this all the time when I was first learning. No wide strums, okay? Just like with fretting, we want to make the motions with our picking hand, with our strumming hand, as small as we possibly can, okay? Okay, we're small. So I normally wouldn't hold my ukulele like this. I'd hold it like this, okay? I'm going to make a C chord. I'm just going to... But I want you to see how small my motions are, okay? How small they are. So this is what I want you guys to practice this week. Make a C chord, okay? Make a C chord. I want you to practice strumming down and count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up, 2, 3, 4 on a C chord. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. So if I were doing this in class, this is how slow I would start with all of you, okay? Now I'm going to put the pick aside. I'm going to use my thumb, okay? Again, whatever method that you want to use with this, that's whatever works for you. There's no preferable method, but again, this could prove to be kind of a lifesaver at first, is getting a pick, okay? Don't know where you would get one right now, sadly. I don't think music stores are hosting a lot of hours. But you can check around. Kleins might be shipping. I know it seems weird to buy 4 picks for $1 and have them shipped to you, but that might be an option. Another option, I know Watermelon Music, because I used to work there and I'm still kind of buddies with them. I know that they have very, very limited store hours right now, and I think they're doing delivery. They're in Davis, which is kind of a pain, but so if they're doing that, then it's quite possible that Kleins is doing that as well. If I were there, I would give you all picks because I have so many, but I'm not so. But I'm going to do this again with my thumb so you can see. So I'm still on a C chord, okay? I'm not moving my arms. I'm not really moving my hand that much. So the motion's a little different. I'm going to move a little closer so you can all see, okay? So we're going to go down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. I can even do it slower if it still feels weird, okay? I'm going to back it up like another beat or so tempo. Here we go. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. So, you'll notice because my hand is down here holding on to this, I can't go very far, okay, because my hand's going to drop. But even when I come back up, it's still not going beyond the gold circle here, or whatever circle you might have around, or beyond the sound hole very much. So that's really key, okay? Economy of motion, okay? That's something that I learned early on when I was learning how to play. Economy of motion, which basically just means How small of a motion can you make? Okay, so once we do this on a C chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to slide to G7, okay? We know G7, okay? So we slide down, okay, second fret on the A, second fret on the C, first fret on the E. We're going to do the same thing. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you need to go slower, go slower. If you need to go faster, go faster. So I'm going to do the whole exercise now, C to G7, without stopping. Okay, so as we start on a C, I'm going to go slow. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3. Repeat. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3. Move to G7, go. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3. Repeat. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3. Repeat. Okay? So, I want you to practice that and count. Counting is so important. It's not something that people do enough when they're first starting how to play. I know I didn't, so but it's so important to learn how to count. I can't express that enough. Once you've done that, this is what we're going to do. We're going to decrease the counting by 2, okay? So once you feel comfortable enough, go back to C. Now we're going to do something called half notes. If I had a board, I would draw it, okay? And I am going to draw this out. I'm going to send it to Trisha. Like I said, I'll draw it. I'll send it to Trisha so you actually, if you're a visual learner, you'll be able to see exactly what you're strumming, okay? So, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to shorten it, okay, by half notes. So back on a C, down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Each chord we're doing twice. So I'm going to do that again on C, okay? Down, 2, up, 2. Repeat. Down, 2, up, 2. And then go to G7. Do the same thing twice. Down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Okay? So we're going a little faster now with our down ups, okay? The tempo hasn't really changed. Our counting is a little shorter, but everything, we're moving our thumb, or if you wanted to use a pick, I'll do it with a pick now so you can see it, okay? Let's see if I can move a little bit closer without knocking things. Okay, so down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Go to G7. Down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Okay? I'm going to do it one more time without the pick so you can see it. I'll go a little faster. Down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Move to G7. Down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Okay? Do this as many times as you want to. Okay? If you want to repeat that cycle, do it. If you want to do this, okay, if you're feeling really good and you're like, I can do this, this is fun, add an F chord. Okay? Down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. G7. Down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. F to F. Down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Maybe back to C. Down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Okay? If you're feeling really good, add a chord. Okay? Experiment with it. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be like F, F, F down, okay? Don't freak out if you can't go that fast right now. Don't freak out, okay? I'm not expecting anybody to, but if just in case somebody's like, I really want to do that, then do it. Practice it, okay? If you know other chords, I think I'm gonna try to send Trisha another chord chart for you too, so you can start learning a couple other chords besides just those 3. So yeah, but don't freak out if you can't get that fast. Don't worry about it, okay? So practice your finger exercise, going up and down. Practice happy birthday in whatever iteration feels good for you. Practice down up first by strumming 4, down 2, 3, 4, up 2, 3, 4. You're going to do it twice on each chord. Down 2, 3, 4, up 2, 3, 4, and then G7. You're going to do it again. Down 2, 3, 4, up 2, 3, 4. I won't go through the whole thing. Then you're going to count by 2. Down 2, up 2, down 2, up 2, G7. Down 2, up 2, down 2, up 2. Okay? Go as fast or as slow as is comfortable. I can't stress that enough. Like I said, if I was there, I would be helping you put your fingers into position. I would be helping you figure out what strum is right for you. Trying to give as much variety as I can on these things. Please email me or Trisha with any questions. I definitely would love feedback on this. If you have any questions or you think I need to do something else or explain something else, I know like this might not be a huge priority for a lot of people right now. So, take your time with it. If this is not a priority, don't feel guilty. These are going to be here as long as they need to be here, okay, these videos. So stay healthy, take care. Email Trisha or email me at jrm610@gmail.com. That's Julie Rachel Myers 610@gmail.com. jrm610@gmail.com. I'll even put a link to the email on this video. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good one. Stay safe. Bye.